Hi, I'm Brennan Randolph.
And I'm Jaden Hine, and we're your hosts for this edition of Blue Jay Journal show number 8.
So sit back and enjoy the show because it starts right now. Believe it or not, allergies are the 6th leading cause of chronic illness in the United States.
With that being said, how do people deal with allergies? Cassidy Keevan has the story.
My mom made enchiladas, and I'm allergic to cheese, and so she made some with cheese, with some without. And I accidentally ate halfway through one of the cheese ones. I had to go to the hospital, use my EpiPen. I was very ill.
This is a pretty rare situation for senior Ryan Hill. Ryan usually takes extensive precautions to prevent allergic reactions.
I have to read any kind of packaging on any food that I buy or eat. Especially when I go to restaurants, I have to ask the chefs that they don't use any kind of butter or things like that on any kind of food.
Some kids have very severe allergies and will automatically get the symptoms of feeling like they can't breathe and their throat's closing up, and they have to use the EpiPen.
All this talk about EpiPens, but what are they actually?
An EpiPen has epinephrine in it, and epinephrine is a medication that calms that allergic reaction or happen. It kind of blocks the histamines that cause the allergic reaction.
WHS freshman Jack Lackman learned of his allergy the hard way.
I was around 2. I was at Walmart and I just grabbed some candy and started eating it, and it was Reese's Pieces, and I had an allergic reaction.
But Ryan learned about his allergies in a much different way.
My parents had me allergy tested when I was 1 or 2 because they were having issues with finding out what to feed me.
Ryan Hill won't let his allergies stop him from enjoying the flavors of life.
Once or twice I've wished I could have something, but there's substitutes for a lot of things out there now, so I can eat most things in some way or another.
Even though allergies might cause problems for these students, there are plenty of ways to work around them. For Blue Jay Journal TV, this is Cassidy Keevan reporting.
We're around teachers a lot, but could you imagine having to live with them?
The truth is, several Washington high school students don't just see their teachers at school, they see them at home too.
Colton Souders recently sat down with several students who call their teachers mom and dad.
Each day, students see our teachers at school. We decided to sit down with 4 Washington high school students who get to hang out with teachers outside the classroom every day.
My mom's a 2nd grade teacher at Emmanuel Lutheran, and my dad's the director at Fort Rivers Career Center.
My mom helps special ed, and she also helps other teachers.
These students know that behind all those lesson plans are hours of hard work that take place behind the scenes.
She teaches English 1 and AP language. Just yesterday, she didn't move the entire day, just grading the entire time.
He does a lot of stuff over the summer, especially with weight training. He helps out with girls basketball weights, and he helps out with football weight stuff sometimes, and over the summer he's pretty busy.
My mom and dad stays at school for so long, they always have to do extra work, and just it's a long job.
In the summer, she's working all the time on IEPs and stuff, so she gets time off, but she also has to work a lot too in the summer, so it's not like she gets break like we do.
But no matter what, who they are or what they teach, teachers are parents that want the best for their own kids.
As they see the students they have to deal with, and they're like, I don't want my kid to be that student, and they want their teachers to be like, I like that kid.
He definitely wants me to be a better person than some of the people that he teaches, and he's harder on me because of that, because he doesn't want me to be an idiot.
In the end, these teachers inspire their own kids the most.
I would want to be a teacher just to be the teacher that I want to have, and I just see how my mom and dad are, and they inspire me to be a good teacher too.
I always thought being a teacher and coach would be pretty cool. He seems to enjoy it and really likes it, so I always thought it'd be something cool to do.
Thanks, Mom. Love you.
Thanks, Dad. Love you.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
For Blue Jay Journal TV, this is Colton Souders reporting.
Washington, Missouri is a town rich in history, but when that history started falling down, People knew that they had to step up and save our town's historical treasures.
Colin Kukum has the scoop on how Washington, Missouri's history is being saved, one building at a time.
Buildings speak volumes about our past. Their age and architecture preserve the history of our previous generations. But in a society that is constantly evolving, it has gone out with the old and in with the new.
Anywhere there's a parking lot downtown, there used to be historic buildings. In about the last 50 to 60 years, you'll find that we've lost about 70%. The big change came when Highway 100 was rerouted. 5th Street was Highway 100, and so that brought you right through town. And then in 1971, they built the new Highway 100, which kind of bypassed the town, and so everyone downtown panicked. They decided one way to keep people coming downtown was to provide plenty of parking, and that's literally what happened. They started falling like dominoes.
This modernization process triggered the loss of many historically significant buildings.
The Augustus Kruger building, it stood on Jefferson Street. It had been built as a drugstore, but it also was used as a school. The druggist who had the drugstore, his wife taught school upstairs for German-speaking children. The Turnverein Hall, or the Turner Hall, which basically it was a gymnastic society, like a YMCA. The first library in Washington was in the Turner Hall. Dances, weddings, speeches. Theodore Roosevelt, the future president, spoke in our Washington, Missouri Turner Hall. One of the reasons why it was torn down was to build the new police station.
By losing these historical structures, we also lose out on the enriching opportunity that comes with hands-on learning.
My least favorite phrase is, it's just one more building. They're museum artifacts. It's an outdoor museum, and it's free, and it's there all day, every day. Open on holidays.
The 30% of artifacts still remaining in Washington today wouldn't be here without the efforts of Downtown Washington Incorporated.
We do historic preservation through economic development, and what that means is we actually work with our state and our national program. So what we do is put forth by the National Trust for Historic Preservation. They were losing hundreds of thousands of historic structures in small downtowns all across America. So they came up with what they call the Main Street approach, which is designed to look at the aesthetics of downtown, anything from banners to benches to actual physical building maintenance. We have a lot of red brick here, so we talk about what are some ways that we can care for these buildings. So it brings people down and they can appreciate the architecture. It's really the heart of the community. It's where memories are made, is downtown. So we want them to come down and have fun. So what happens when they do that is that the business is stronger. When the property owner is happy, they're investing in that building.
A building that is occupied with a successful business will remain maintained, and Downtown Washington Incorporated has the information regarding this proper building maintenance.
We actually try to remind our property owners to, at least quarterly, to go out and look for specific things. Like a heating and cooling system. When's the last time somebody looked at their roof? Or what do people do about windows? Or how can I be more energy efficient? So we just share these concepts.
Downtown Washington Incorporated has put these concepts into action by investing in 3 local historic buildings.
Our first building that we kind of took on, it's actually a log cabin. We run it now as a guest house. The second building we purchased was actually the farmer's market. That was a project that we did with the city and the chamber. So it was slated for demolition. We actually had one of our volunteers, Brad Bruns. He had gone to one of our national conferences in Cincinnati, and he had seen this really cool farmer's market area. And when he came home, it's like one of these literal stories that you hear, sketched it on a napkin of what he thought, how we could save that building, put a pavilion around it, and make it the farmer's market. And then we own this building. The post office decided to vacate it, and we didn't want them to leave. There's all these P.O. boxes, and those people come almost every day to check their mail. If it's not down here anymore, it's potentially hundreds of people that aren't coming down here daily. So not only is the nonprofit of the Downtown Washington Incorporated here, but we run what they call a contract postal unit. And so we preserve the building, and it's active.
By providing visitor attractions, building maintenance, and property investments, this organization has been able to preserve our town's heritage.
What truly makes a community unique is typically where it started, and that's typically the downtown district. And so not everybody has a Landing or a Schrader's or a beautiful Renwick Riverfront Park. So that's what makes Washington unique, and that's why I think it's important to preserve that.
Downtown Washington Incorporated has preserved our past and continues to play a vital role in keeping our town's history alive for many years to come.
For Blue Jay Journal TV, I'm Colleen Kukum reporting.
Jaden and I want to thank you for watching the show.
Until our next episode airs, you can check us out on www.bluejayjournal.com.
Have a great day, Washington!